Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to solve a case study based question from arithmetic progression chapter. Now this question has 3 sub questions. The first sub question is of 1 mark, the second one is for 1 mark, and the third sub question is for 2 marks, and it has an OR question as well. That is, either you can attempt the first one or the second one. So let us start with the first sub question now. The marathon is a long distance foot race with a distance of 42.195 km. Usually run as a road race, but the distance can be covered on trail routes. The marathon can be completed by running or with a run or walk strategy. The marathon was one of the original modern Olympic events in 1896. Neha, a student of class 10, wishes to participate in a marathon. She decided to begin her practice, gradually increasing her running distance. In the first week, she decided to run 3 km each day and increase the distance by 2 km each week. That is, in the second week, she would run 5 km each day. In the third week, she would run 7 km each day, and so on. Based on the above information, answer the following questions. What distance will Neha cover each day of the 8th week of her practice? So let us try to understand the question first. So in the first paragraph, they have described what is a marathon. That is, it is a long distance foot race. So you might have seen some marathons where a group of people run or walk for a cause. So here a class 10 student named Neha wishes to participate in such marathon. So she practices gradually by increasing her running distance. So the plan is, in the first week, she decided to run 3 kilometers each day. So first week she is going to run 3 kilometers per day. Then in the next week, that is in the second week, she is going to increase that distance by 2 km. That is, in the second week, she is going to run 5 km each day. That is 3 plus 2 gives us 5. Then in the next week, that is the third week, she again increases that distance by 2 km more. That is 5 plus 2. So she runs 7 km each day. So this is how she is practicing to participate in the marathon. So here the first question is, what distance will Neha cover each day of the 8th week of her practice? So let us make a sequence over here. So we have created a sequence over here for the running distances for each day. That is, for first week, for each day she is running for 3 kilometers. For the second week, on each day she is running for 5 kilometers. In the third week, she is running for 7 kilometers per day. Now for the 8th week, we need to find out how much she runs per day. Since this is a sequence generated, the first term of the sequence is 3. So A1 is equal to 3. Now D represents the common difference. That is the second term minus the first term. So 5 minus 3 gives us 2. Common difference is 2. And N represents the week. So N is equal to 8 over here. That is the 8th week. We need to find out here the AN. That is the distance covered each day of the 8th week. So here we are going to make use of the nth term of an AP formula, which is AN is equal to A1 plus N minus 1 times D. Now here we need to just plug in the values of A1, D and N to get AN. And N represents 8 over here. So we have substituted all the values. That is, A8 is equal to A1 is 3 plus N is 8 minus 1 times D. D is 2. Now simplifying this, we get 3 plus 8 minus 1 is 7. So 7 times 2. Now further simplifying this, we get 3 plus 7 times 2 is 14. So 3 plus 14 is 17 km. Which means on each day of the 8th week, Neha is running for 17 km per day. So this is our answer. Now let us move on to the second sub question. In which week would she be able to run for 45 km each day? So let us reconsider the sequence we have generated. Now this is the same sequence which we had generated for part 1 of this question, that is 3, 5 and 7. The difference is they have given us that in one of the weeks she is going to run 45 kilometers each day. We need to find out in which week she started running for 45 kilometers each day. So here we are supposed to find N. So the first term remains the same in the sequence. A1 is going to be 3. Common difference is going to be same, that is 5 minus 3 is going to be 2. Now AN value is given, that is 45. We need to find out what is N. So we will again use the nth term of an AP formula. So the formula is an is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Now just plug in the values which we have over here. So an is going to be 45 equal to a1 is 3 plus n we do not know, so n minus 1 times d. d is 2. Now here 45 remains same, is equal to 3 plus. Now let us expand the brackets, that is 2 multiplies with n giving us 2n and 2 multiplies with negative 1 giving us negative 2. Now let us simplify it further. 45 still remains the same, is equal to 3 minus 2 will give us 1 plus 2n. Now taking 1 on the left hand side, we get 45 minus 1 is equal to 2n and 45 minus 1 is 44 is equal to 2n. Now taking 2 on the other side of equal to sign, it divides 44. So 44 divided by 2 gives us n is equal to 22. That is, on the 22nd week, she started running for 45 kilometers each day. So this is our answer. Now let us move on to the third sub question. What is the total distance covered by Neha after 11 weeks if she practiced for 5 days in each week? Now here, since the total distance covered is given, we need to use the sum of n terms in an AP formula, which is Sn is equal to n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Now here we have again considered the sequence, that is 3, 5, 7 till an, and here the number of weeks are given, that is n is equal to 11 weeks. Now a is the first term of the sequence, that is 3, and d is the common difference, which is 2. Now plugging in the values of a, d and n in this formula, we get S11, that is n is equal to 11, is equal to 11 over 2 times 2 times a is 3 plus n minus 1, that is 11 minus 1 times d, d is 2. Now let us simplify this. We are going to get it as 11 over 2. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 11 minus 1 gives us 10 and 10 times 2 is 20. So we get it as 6 plus 20. Now further simplifying this, we get 11 over 2 times 6 plus 20 is 26. Now here 2 divides 26, that is 2 1 times is 2 and 2 13 times is 26. So 11 times 13 gives us the value as 143 kilometers. So the total distance covered in 11 weeks is 143 kilometers. But there is one more condition given over here in the question. That is, if she practiced for 5 days in each week. So here we have to take the total she has covered, that is 143 kilometers in 11 weeks, and just multiply it by 5 days in each week. So here we are going to get total distance covered by Neha after 11 weeks, practicing 5 days in each week as 5 times S11, that is 5 times 143, giving us 715 kilometers. So this is her total after 11 weeks if she practices for 5 days in each week. This is our answer. Now let us move on to the OR question. Had she increased the distance by 3 kilometers each week instead of 2 kilometers each week, in how many weeks would she have trained herself to run for 42 kilometers per day? Now here our sequence is going to change a bit. So let us take the previous sequence over here. Now this was the previous sequence, that is 3, 5 and 7, where she started increasing 2 kilometers each week. Now here in this question we need to find out if she had increased by 3 kilometers each week instead of 2 kilometers, in how many weeks would she have trained herself to run for 42 kilometers per day. So the sequence will change as the first week she is going to run 3 kilometers per day. For the second week she is going to increase by 3 kilometers, so it becomes 3 plus 3, that is 6. Now for the third week again she is going to increase by 3 kilometers, that is 6 plus 3 will be 9, and so on. And we need to find out when will she be practicing 42 kilometers per day, that is in which week. So we need to find out n. We have been given an. So let us write down the data over here. Now a1 is the first term of our new sequence, which is 3. D is the common difference, that is second term minus the first term. So we get here 6 minus 3, which is 3. And we have the nth term, that is an, given to us as 42 kilometers. So we have written an is equal to 42. We need to find out here the nth week. So n is unknown. So to find this, we are going to use the nth term of an AP formula. So it is given as an is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Now let us plug in the values of a1, d and an in this formula. So 42 is equal to 3 plus n minus 1 times d, which is 3. Now in the next step we have expanded the bracket. So the left hand side stays the same, is equal to 3 plus 3 multiplies with n giving us 3n, and 3 multiplies with negative 1 giving us negative 3. Now positive 3 and negative 3 will cancel out each other. So we are left with 42 is equal to 3n, or taking 3 on the other side of the equal to sign, it divides 42. So 42 divided by 3 gives us 14, which means that on the 14th week, Neha will start practicing 42 kilometers per day. So this is our answer. I hope you have understood all the steps and liked the video. And if you found this video useful, then check out this playlist where you'll find more examples of this kind. And if you're liking my videos, like, share and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.